Hello y'all, welcome to part 6 of my Venice playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, The Road to 56. And in part 5, the most significant things that happened were, well, for Venice anyway, we took over Naples because their faction died, and we just picked up their land in the peace deal. They were part of the South American Confederation that was led by Colombia, and so they lost their war, so they're gone now. And we took over Naples because of that. And adding to that, we have the British who left the Allies. They were leading the Allies faction, now they're part of the Comintern, the USSR, who is fighting. Who are they fighting? They're fighting all the faction. They're fighting Japan, and they're fighting the Central Powers, who are pretty strong. That's who we're fighting since we're in war. We had to get land from Italy, and they were part of the South American Confederation initially, and then Mussolini got assassinated, and so the Kingdom of Italy became part of the Central Powers faction, and so that pretty much picks us. Well, that's pretty much how everything's going here. And before we unpause, let's send a division down here. We're trying to defend the southern part of Italy across the Messenia, which is in Sicily. It got taken over by Italy somehow. We have a research slot available. Let's research, what do we have here? Improved winter clothing, modified government, all adults served. Do we need to fix that? Scraping the barrel. There we are. That's the highest conscription law. The most severe, well, the most, I don't know. We can't go past that in terms of conscription laws. We can't go any lower than that. And I also will say we're fighting Italy and Germany, but I think recently the Japanese shogunate joined the Central Powers. So we're going to be fighting 3 major powers now as Venice, even though the Kingdom of Italy was weaker than they were in our timeline, because Italy was divided due to a game rule. We had Venice, Italy, Naples, and Sicily and Sardinia made into they were all separate little kingdoms and realms in Italy. In the Italian peninsula, well, Sardinia was its own island, so Italy did not control a unified country. But with that said, they had the backing of the Germans, and that makes things very painful for us. Non-aggression pact from China, not enough manpower for garrisons, low manpower, yes. Unread naval battle convoy results. Okay, can we get more divisions trained? Once we get this division here trained, we're going to send them down south to Taranto, and they'll just have to hold the port in Calabria, just to make sure, so we don't have no naval invasion come in and ruin our positions down there. That's what we'll do. Can we push in the north? That is what we're hoping to accomplish, maybe, or not right now. We could probably put that on pause for the time being. We have a recent immigrant influx that's happened. Maintenance Company 2 is researched. Let's stop the advance up here. It's not going very well for us. I just wish the German Empire would stop backing the Italians so much. I think we could have probably beat the Italians by now if they were on their own, but since they have the help of the Germans and now the Japanese, it's going to be a big problem for us. What is America doing? The Republic of Karelia joined the Central Powers, the Kingdom of Italy, and the Egyptians joined the Comintern apparently. Alright then. And I wish we could leave our faction. We can't invite anyone to help us in the Allies. We're just sort of in a bad spot now because are they at war with Greece? No, they aren't. Greece doesn't seem to be as big as you'd think they would be. We're not really in a good spot right now because we have the Allies faction. We're in charge of it now since the British left us here. They abandoned us, essentially. We lead the Allies. However, we can't get anyone to join the war to help out in this conflict. So we're practically fighting this war alone like we have no faction. What do we need to produce? Missing equipment production. Light tank. We'd have a tank at some point, but I don't know what to do there. We have no armaments for the tank. Great. So can we fix that? Get an armament, maybe small armament. Small, I guess a basic... What can we give for this tank? Small cannon, maybe? That would do. Fine. Produce that when possible. Unpause now. And we're really trying here, but we have no manpower. The Indo-Guinese Union joined the Comintern, and it seems the Comintern is getting some allies, but they're busy doing a lot of other stuff. I wish we could invite more countries to join the allies, but we can't. The Amerindian People's Republic joined the Comintern, okay. And yeah, Italy is moving more troops down south toward what would be Neapolitan territory if Naples hadn't fallen. And we got a canceled Lend-Lease from Zambia. That's not good. They're canceling a Lend-Lease. Who's left in the Allies now? It's still the same group. And, oh no, we lost some countries, I think. Did we? It's just us, Nepal, Greece, and the Sultan of Muscat Oman at this point. The United States has assumed faction leadership of the Anschluss faction, and they are fighting the German Empire, I think. Yes, they are. I wish I could join their faction. Can I join your faction? I want to leave this faction so badly. I want to dismantle it. Can I kick everyone else out? I will do that. I will kick you out if you're not going to be doing anything. Kick from... My plan is to just kick out all the countries in the faction, then try to leave dismantle the allies, and go join another faction that's fighting against the Central Powers in order to get more support in our war. So that's the plan. So get out of here, Greece. You're not part of the allies anymore. Get out of here, Muscat Oman. You're going to be out of the faction as well. You were real nice to us. You gave us support and stuff, but you're not helping us anymore, so we gotta dismantle the allies. We need to do it. Yeah. We need to dismantle the allies for sure. Nepal, you're out of here as well. You're not fighting anyone, I think. Yeah, there's no one. You're not doing nothing. The allies sort of served its purpose, but at this point it's just no point to keep it. The allies initially was the British faction. It was it's usually the UK's faction in HOI4, but they went communist and a lot of the members left then. Then the British left us behind and joined the Comintern, and we didn't even have any of the members of the Allies faction that were in it before the British left to help us out in the conflict. We're now we've been fighting in, so let's just dismantle the Allies and go look for another faction. Maybe join the Anschluss. Let us in, please. Let us in. Let us in. Please. They don't want us to let... Okay, great, so must be democratic being a faction with them. Oh, come on. Can we join the Comintern? Well, I don't mind helping the Soviet Union at this point. Join... Who else is left for factions? So, Japan is in the Central Powers. People's Front in China is doing something. The French are doing something. Can we join your faction? They will say no. Because... Why are you going to say no? Probably because of the fact we're at war with the Germans and the Italians and they're worried about their borders. Let's join the Comintern then with the British. Because we need help from the Soviet Union and their massive army. That's done now, and great, so we're now part of the Comintern. Allies is dead. Do you want us to help? Our accepting their call to arms will cost us 126 due to truce. We're not going to help you fight the British for now. The Kingdom of Serbia has capitulated. That's happened. And yeah, we're not going to fight the... Wait, no. Who do we have a truce with, even? Who do we have a truce with? Let me see here. We have a truce with the following countries. Let me check. Indeed. We have a truce with Greece, Nepal, Muscat Oman, the Musserine Republic of Karelia, and the Semi-Union. We're not going to join in the war because the Karelia over here, they're part of... What faction were they in? They were part of the Central Powers, I think. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's the Semi-Union, possibly. Not entirely sure, but whatever. I just hope the Soviets can send some troops down to Italy to help us. Or anything. Or someone from Egypt would be great. There's a lot of fighting going on in Africa, in North Africa especially, but we are going to get some call to arms request. I'm not going to take that, but we will take some Lend-Lease from the Austrians and the Philippines for some reason. We could have joined this faction. They're fighting. Actually, yeah. We could have joined the Austrian and Hungarian faction. And who are they even at war with? They're fighting just Italy, I think. Although I'm surprised... Oh, great, yeah, we could have joined that faction. Can we leave this okay, whatever. I think joining the Soviet Union might benefit us more than joining the Pact of Rome would anyway. Poland seeks Baltic cooperation. We're breaking through. We're holding down the lines in Italy now. Are we getting close air support? Is that what's happening there? Not entirely sure. Let me check the air theaters here. Yes, we do have air superiority. There's... I don't know how. What is doing it? Is it our allies' planes? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah. All we have air support in is... We have air superiority up north, but the problem there is that we haven't really been able to gain much ground. Oh well. Just unpause now. Call to arms request. Ignore them. Don't listen to them. They just want us to get into stupid wars. And the Germans and the Italians are trying to push us back in Naples. We're holding down the line there. Recent immigrant influx in Zara. Alright, large-scale exercises is complete as a focus, I think. Now let's do modernize the equipment in the focus tree. Research slot available. Let's do maybe... What can we do? Let's do convoy highways to get higher supply range and infrastructure construction speed. So that's going to be done in the tech tree now. Unpause. And we're still counting on support from our communist allies. The Vladivostok. I can't pronounce it right. But maybe we can't really rely on the Soviets to help us. They're busy with the Japanese. We could maybe rely on the British to come help us once again. They could just get down here. That'd be great. I wonder if the Germans are sending any help to Japan. I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they are. Okay, we have another division here. Send them down to southern Italy with the Venetian 4th Army. They're going to be down there. We have resistance to our occupation. What are we even using to deal with occupation? We got to use our special Hungary demands to Vojvodina. They're going to fight Yugoslavia, maybe. Let's use our... Oh, we're occupying something owned by Greece, apparently. Let's use our resistance division, and our resistance division is just a bunch of cavalry with a military police support company attached to them. Yugoslavia returns to Vojvodina, which was a state owned by some piece of land owned by Yugoslavia. Hungary had some claim to, but they gave it to Hungary without a fight. That happened. And what happened up here? Did Bulgaria get killed? It looks like they did. Anzo's faction took them out. Okay then. And can we push? Can we try to push? We have manpower now at the very least. Gotta get more soldiers though. How much? Let's look at our equipment. Recent immigrant influx. We're having a lot of immigrant influxes. It's at least bringing up the population, which is important for giving us more manpower for our war effort. In the air tech tree part of the tech tree, let's research Breda BA-88, Breda BA-88. So we'll have higher, more powerful close air support planes very soon. Unpause now. And can I get some support from the other Comintern countries, please? Can you come help us? Anybody? I mean, you're busy in North Africa, I know, but I'm just saying it would be nice if you could actually just bring some troops to come get down here and help us. And yeah, that would be great. So, can we start an offensive now? No, let's just wait. Just sit back and wait. We have a lot of our divisions just sitting up in the northern part of Italy doing nothing, which is not really ideal, but we had to stop the offensive because we weren't really winning, to be honest with you. If we can just get more units deployed, that'd be good. We need to probably send some units to the Venetian 3rd Army, who only has 5 divisions. And should we start advancing pretty soon? Maybe we should, I don't know. Some battle took place near the coast, we lost a convoy, and that's not good, but it is what it is. That happens from time to time. And let's actually try an offensive now once we get this. Let's give some new traits to our unit leaders, well, commanders. Give Corino Armelini a infantry expert trait to get higher infantry division attack. Most of our divisions are infantry, so it makes sense to get this. Let's give the same thing to Arnaldo Azzi. And anyone need traits? Okay. This guy can be officer corps or whatever. Let's give to our field marshal, let's give him offensive doctrine. That can be his field marshal trait. That's going to be done. Good. And now, call to arms request. Ignore that. And the British launched a naval invasion into France. I don't think it's going to get very far, but they can try. They're really trying there, aren't they? If the Comintern can successfully invade take out France, that would definitely give us a new front for us to fight the Germans and Italians on. Let's start an attack now. Let's set up a offensive line and prepare for a potential advance with the armies in the north, the Venetian 1st, 2nd, and 3rd armies, and recent immigration influx to Veneto. We'll also set up an order in southern Italy. That's going to be done. And we'll set it for maybe the end of April. We'll attack at the end of April 1941 and see how that goes. If it looks like it might be successful, we'll keep going, but if it doesn't show much promise after a couple of weeks, we're just going to stop. We've only so much manpower to fight with anyway. And let's get these divisions deployed there. 1 division anyway. Give them to the 3rd Army. That's good. So we're going to wait till end of April. Field hospitals has been done. Well, field hospitals too. Philippines cancels their Lend-Lease, but let's get signal company. That's going to be done. And should we attack now? Yeah, I mean, we're probably still better off waiting till the end of May like originally planned. A Soviet tank division is landing. They landed in Taranto. Or is that a British one? Yeah, no, that's British armored division. So they're going to go down to Sicily, maybe. Can we push them out of Sicily? That would be great if we could use force attack to try and pull something off there. Don't think it's going to work. We need a lot of support to pull that off. It ain't going to happen. Equipment on production. Medium bomber. Medium bomber. We need a medium bomber. Recent immigrant influx. Alright, manpower, I mean population in a particular state is going to go up. And how are the British doing in their naval invasion? They got a port, but these guys here are encircled. The, what is it, the 68th Division, the Canal Brigade is going to be destroyed probably. Get more divisions deployed, please, in the north. And let's prepare for a possible advance very soon. That's for sure. Okay, they're trying to push themselves. It doesn't go very far. Our units are readjusting their positions. And May is almost here, so let's begin the Venetian May offensive of 1941 now. Here we go. Is it going to go well? No clue. We'll see. We need manpower. We just need manpower. Modernize. The equipment is done. The Italians are losing ground. Good. Keep going. Keep the offensive up. Get an encirclement on these German troops up here in Piedmont and in Naples, where fighting's going on there in Campania. We're trying to push out and get control of that state, as well as Abruzzi. What is this? Focus. Need to do a focus. Let's do a... We've got to do multiple things. No national focus set. Support equipment reform. Just do it. Doctrines available. Doctrines available where? Key point bombing. No, actually, let's get ground support integration for better close air support. Research slot available. Let's do improved desert and jungle clothing. Back to the offensive we go. And what's this? Naval battle, lost some convoys, whatever. Push into Piedmont and take it over for Venice. We encircle those Germans there. Now let's take this Turin. We're going to take that place. Maybe we'll be able to get the Genoa. I don't know. We might be able to pull it off once we get rid of these German troops here. Keep pushing. Just don't stop pushing. Do it for Venice. Venice must beat Italy. We must unite Italy effectively if we win. Get some support, some Lend-Lease from, I think... Who was that? Lend-Lease from who was that, actually? Comintern, that was... Who gave us that? That was... I think the... Who? Oh, the Colombian Socialist Republic. Thank you. Modified government. Material designer. Let's get the Veneto Locomotive Works, where trains and railways research speed. Well, buff on that anyway. Resistance to occupation. Great. Unread naval convoy battle results. Whatever. How is the resistance occupation stuff going? It is going alright. For the most part. I think so anyway. Now let's keep going here. Push, please. We got almost... We're going to take over the Piedmont area, probably. Recent immigrant influx. Get some more troops out on the field. Deploy more of them. Just we need all the units we can get. Send them to the south. To the Venetian 4th Army. To help give them more oomph. More power to push through the Italian defenses. And I think they have... Who joined? Who all is in the Central Powers at this point? There's a lot of members. They have Bulgaria, Japan. I don't know. But whatever. Let's unpause now. Okay, we're pushing here. We're really gaining a lot of ground up north. I don't know what's making us do so well up here, but I'm not complaining. We're going to trap these Italian divisions on the border, or try to push here, push to the south, stop them from getting out, and just capture everything that was the Sardinia, Piedmont, the Kingdom of Italy border. There we go. Push to the south, please take it over for Venice. Keep advancing, don't stop. We now have almost all the states, well, provinces that connected we now have the entire border the Italians had with France. That's a victory, I suppose. Keep pushing. Don't stop pushing. We're winning so good up here. I don't know why. I'm not complaining, though. Keep deploying divisions. Don't stop the offensive. Get this division to the Venetian 3rd Army. And we have a non-aggression pact from the United Mexican States. Sure, why not? And we're pushing hard. Pushing very, very hard. There we are. Now push into La Spezia, which is a port, I think, to try and get more of a victory here. Push. Keep pushing constantly. And the Italians, I don't know if they know what to do, really, with so much of our units pushing on all fronts. It's now 28th May, so this offensive has been going for a month now. And so we'll be able to push south. Oh, they abandoned the lines near Bologna. Okay, thank you, Italy. Thank you. We're going to use that gap you created to push south, take more land there, go for Rome, Just go for Rome. Recent immigrant influx. If we can take out Rome, we can focus on Germany. Or maybe Japan. I don't know. We got to at least help out the Soviets somewhere. Italy's just a big thing we're fighting against. Actually, no. We'll probably fight the French. We'll do that after we defeat these enemy troops here. Get more planes, please. We need some more. Close air support. Signal Company 2 is done. Free military factories. Okay, let's assign them to making torpedo bombers. We're doing something like that. Research slot available. Get... What can we get? Go to the Special Research Division. Do practical engineering for higher resource gain efficiency and faster construction speed. And we have no template for some unit we're making. Armored car, 30. They're going to be used eventually for resistance if we can make enough of them. But it's very expensive, so we'll probably just end up just using cavalry. Speaking of which, let's give more cavalry to our resistance division. Just get a max combat width here. They're not going to be actually used in combat anyway. Just resistance, so it doesn't really matter what their stats are beyond suppression. What are we doing? Mobile cavalry, all the cavalry we'll ever need for them. We have plenty of military XP, so this should all be fine. There we go, almost max now. 48 and 50 combat width for our cavalry. Nothing but military police support and accompany with that division there. And we're going to try and make our way reach Rome. We just got to get to Rome. That's the goal. Get some more divisions deployed from Friuli into Friuli when possible. Dockyards available. Now let's make some convoys, I guess. And we're just doing whatever we can to try and gain ground and take it from Italy. Push here, please. Over one of those units over there. We're doing so well now. Convoy highways has been researched. Now let's do, let's do some stuff relating to Navy things. I guess we'll do invasion. Where's that? Floating harbor. We'll do that. That'll be done in 115 days. We're pushing these Manchurian troops out of Italy. Are we going to reach Rome? We might be able to pull it off. I don't know. We're going to do it. Oh, wow. The Venetians are going to reach Rome. That's going to be so amazing if we can pull it off. Stop them. Stop them. Hit them. Just stop all Italian advances. Reach Rome. Come on. And we surrounded these units in La Spezia. There is a port there, so they're not really encircled, but it's okay. Let's push here. And I don't know what happened to the Italians. They're just falling apart. Maybe it's manpower? Not entirely sure. Push here and just take over the central part of the Italian peninsula for the sake of Venice. And the Polish Peasant Union declared war on the Republic of Latvia. Are they part of a faction? Oh, they are. I don't know if Latvia... Okay, so that's probably not going to end well. Oh, actually, never mind. Never mind. Maybe Latvia might join a faction, though. Recent immigrant influx in Veneto. That's going on, and we're pushing through. We're trying to take Rome so badly. The Tuva Independent Republic joined the Mitsamorje faction led by Poland, and Rome falls to Venetian troops. We've done it. We've taken the eternal city. It belongs to Venice now. Great, so let's end the Kingdom of Italy and force them to capitulate. What is even their capital at this point? Oh, it's Sicily, isn't it? Pushing to Sicily, then. They're probably being stressed out anyway with all the... Probably won't be that hard to take anyway with all the fighting going on and everywhere else. And if we don't attack it now, they'll probably just start building up the defenses for the place. So push everywhere in Sicily. Take this port, take this airbase, take Palermo, whatever. We'll get it under control of Venice. Use force attack for the 4th Army. The Republic of Latvia join the what? Oh, did they capitulate? No, they haven't. Escalation of conflict between Ecuador and Peru. Improved desert and jungle clothing is done. That war started. But Latvia joined the, the Pact of Rome, consisting of Hungary and Austria, so they did that. And now let's do assembly line production in our research tree. Free dockyards. We're going to do, I guess, convoys still. We got a lot of building up to do after we take over Italy. Unread naval battle results. Unread naval convoy results. Just ignore that. And just non-aggression pact from Philippines. Missing equipment production. Still medium bombers. We'll get them built at some point. We just gotta capitulate the Italians. That's our focus. Latvia got called into a war. Okay, we won here. The Kingdom of Italy has capitulated. It's done. It is done. We have beat the Italians, our rivals. They've all fallen to the might of the Venetian army. And after we're done taking over all of Italy, we gotta make a garrison division, I think. Let's go ahead and do that with some troops. Use our basic standard infantry division template here. And let's give them one... Okay, keep the infantry, but actually let's get some units here. What are we going to call this? Garrison Garrison Division. No, that's not right. Garrison Division. Just call them Garrison Unit. Garrison Division. Ah, that works. Save, rename, and move down the amount of, the amount of units we have in it. Just, I think we're going to have, 10 infantry? No, let's have 4. They'll just be doing garrison duty. And they're just going to be defending our ports and supply hubs. So we get a bunch of those trained, and they'll be deployed eventually. Maybe get a few more, 14 of them at least. And they're going to defend the Italian peninsula from any kind of naval invasions we might have to deal with. Although at this point the likelihood of that happening is not very highly, I think. So we're going to defeat the Italian troops that are still, well, not in Italy, but the Central Powers that are in Italy. And like Livorno, which is defended by the Germans here, is going to fall. After we get done with this battle with these troops, we're getting some win-lose from Mexico. After we get done kicking out the Italians and their allies, we're going to probably help the Comintern take out France, or at least give them a front line. And then after that, we'll move into Germany and focus on, after all that, we'll focus on Japan. And that's our long-term strategy. And there was some very brutal fighting going on in North Africa still. Yeah, really brutal fighting for sure. Recent immigrant influx, support equipment, some focus is done there. Support equipment reform was what it was, I think. Let's do Engineer Company 3 to help get our engineer companies to be better in our focus tree. Let's do reform the military academy. That's going to be done. And are we done here? Moving out all those troops? Yes, we are. So let's take all of the units of Venice and put them on the border with the French. That's going to be done now. And let's set up an advance, possibly. Get ready to go. Cancel Lend-Lease from Austria. Okay, then. So we're going to deploy all these troops we have here in Friuli. Just deploy them. Just make 5 for now. Deploy them. There we go. Send them to actually get them to the Venetian First Army, which is led by our best commander, so that makes sense. And get ready to attack the French. And do we have any planes that aren't being used? Do we have a reserve? Maybe we do. Not entirely sure. Let's move these planes, though. And they'll fly in the southern France region of the airspace of southern France. Let's take our, torpedo bomber wings and put them in the Tyrrhenian Sea. Or no, in the western Mediterranean Sea. One in the Tyrrhenian Sea. That works for me. Any more things we can get here? Okay, fighters. Get a little bit more dive bombers, maybe. Just use all the dive bombers there. Nearly 50 of them. Be better than nothing. Do that order. There we go. And it'll be deployed. Are we all set to go? What is these bombers doing here? Oh, those are torpedo bombers sent to the Tyrrhenian Sea. There we go. What are these planes doing? Okay, you go to the western Mediterranean. Do that, please. Thank you. Okay, we're all set there. We have 195 planes that are going to be used for air superiority, and a lot of planes that will be used for just close air support. America is going to send us some support equipment. Thank you. And research slot available. Let's complete maybe Fighter 2, I think. That's what it is. And outdated equipment in production. Let's start getting better close air support planes now. Resistance to occupation, whatever. Unread naval battle results. And how is occupation going now that we adjusted that template? It's going, let's just use nothing but the garrison resistance divisions. There we go, it's doing alright. It's doing just fine. Okay, so now are we ready to go? Let's get more divisions on the border here. I think the French won't be expecting an attack from our lines, but if they are, then so be it. We'll have, over 100 divisions at this point attacking them? Well, not 100. What am I saying? 73 divisions. That's still a lot of troops, though. That's going to be another front for the French. But let's join the war now. Let's join the war the British is fighting. They're fighting anyway. Join their conflict now. Once again, click on the right thing. For crying out loud. Click on Union of Britain. Join wars. The Italian-British War. Join. We're going to join that war and invade France. Do we join? Join wars. Did they say yes? Did they? Are we at war with them now? No, we're not. Do I ask the Soviet Union? I could ask them, maybe. Join wars. Say yes. Yes, we're joining the war. There we go. Now we're at war with them, I think. Yes, we are. Okay, push. We're pushing now. And with this start of an attack on the French positions, in Savoy. I'm going to end part 6 of my Venice playthrough in the Road to 56 Hoi for mod here. You can check out the Road to 56 mod in the video description. The link to the mod is there. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe.